One bad review, that's the sort of thing that impacts Rosie as developer, that impacts our ability to attract a fund. The whole thing. King of my castle, you cannot afford. Got another call now. That's a great start to your morning. Where are you from? Any other questions, let me know. What I'll do is I will drop you, I'll probably get Jack to email you thing, but I'll drop you a WhatsApp so you have my number. So any questions, just shoot me a WhatsApp. Amazing. Have a great day up north, Brian. Had to tell one person off, and then had to tell one person why they need to be a build-up member, and I didn't even need to tell him. He already wanted to. He just wanted to chat to me about his site in Slough. Of course we can work in Slough. We can work anywhere. So it wasn't a hard conversation, it was just a firm conversation. And the reason I'm so difficult on that individual is because he's immensely talented. Immensely talented. I will hold him to a standard higher than I would hold most because he can be there, basically.
Also, it makes his job easier in the long run. That'll trickle down to how he manages the sales team. The last thing we want is, obviously we care about the front end sign up, but as we've always said, we make our money from the planning uplifts. So what we don't want is someone being pushed, I don't know, to like get a credit card out or whatever to get the membership, but they're not actually the right person who's going to go out and do the planning uplifts. They haven't got that membership, but then you need to do a couple of grand to send letters and potentially enter into legals. So ultimately all we want is people that can actually do planning uplifts. We don't want dossers. So in the long run, it is important to be like this so that we're getting the right people in, and that comes from the top down. Rule with an iron fist.
No, we don't rule the...
Oh.
I do now, actually, but we're just setting the...
We can set the standard of what we want or what we think is okay, and you just are absolutely militant with it, then it will, in the Keir Starmer's words, have a trickle-down effect.
Interesting that I'm stacking contracts.
As to buy.
Yeah, so it's a bit windy when you're up on the 20th floor. We've got this lovely balcony. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go sit in the sun. And it's like...
So I said, look, let me speak to Rosie. Let me see what she thinks and what she says, and go from there, really.
That's at one price. If we said, right, slash £1 million off each, there's still... Obviously, you never want to be in that situation, but the uplift gives us headroom. Everything sells at the right price. Will it sell for that price?
The plan from my point of view is as soon as we've got a positive pre-app and we've got this into planning, then we will start the exit.
Agreed.
That was anything I was concerned about. I mean, it is pretty normal for recruiters to try. We've got Alex Close that's come through. The potential uplift on Alex Close's site is about 400k, which isn't to be sniffed at, but it took me all in all about 3 or 4 weeks.
So that was just my weekly call with Anthony, our head of partnerships, the big dog, running through the different projects. We had on the Lewisham deal, the landowner went a bit quiet, so we were chasing them on the legals, and then eventually came back and was like, oh, sorry, I'm on holiday. And I was like, well, can send an email. So legals moving forward nicely on that. Recruiters are all instructed for the new hires, which is good, and got their fee down. Recruiters charge a fortune. Agreed an offer for one of our students, 1.8 mil on the land. Well, agreed that's what we're submitting.
Oh.
That 1.5 mil uplift on that. Submitted an offer on her, well, I think it's a third offer, but looks like it's going to be accepted with 0.5 mil uplift. We've got a big site, 380 apartments down south. Offer of 8.5's gone out on that. Student there knows the landowner. I was discussing with Anthony on something like that. It's not really something you take on speculatively. The funding cost on that would wipe the deal out, so it has to be like forward sold to a pension fund. And we're just sort of discussing who we would know on that. But the beauty of that is its residual land value appraised normally would maybe be 13, 14 mil. But once sites like that are appraised on what you call like a commercial valuation, a rent-based yield valuation, the land value could be 20, 30 mil. So obviously your uplift all of a sudden. But obviously there's only so many buyers that would buy it and the deal has to work. But we do know that a couple of pension funds between us that would operate in the kind of areas, importantly it's in a regeneration area, which a lot of your big pension funds won't touch. They like to just go with what they know. But Anthony's in discussion with 2 pension funds about it on an exit. And I said, if conversations continue positively, let me know and I'll have some conversations with contacts my side. The Tunstall Road deal, which is a build-up deal, the clean and green offer from Keepmoat has been increased from 6.1 million to 6.5 million. So that will still net down because a clean and green offer is for like a perfect site. They always knock off. But the fact that the clean and green's gone up, obviously you'd then expect the net to go up. But it's weird because most of the deals I thought we'd get would be more uplifts of like $500,000 to $1 million. But at the minute,
They're all massive.
yeah, all of our deals are huge.
It's a 911. Well, it's technically 4, but unless you're disabled or have no legs, you won't fit in the back.
How long has it been the background of your laptop for?
Since I was 17. Look at it. It could be the slowest car in the world, but look at it. I've dreamt of having a 911 Targa since I was 17 years old. It's the only materialistic thing I've pretty much ever wanted in my entire life. I started to love them because it was the one car my dad wanted and never got, in theory now never will get when he's retired. And that's when I started to love them. Most, they know it's like a Porsche, but you wouldn't know. It's not shouty. It's like classical. So that's the dream.
Beautiful Dubai. Spend all time indoors on calls. But they're always people that want to become build-up members and wanting to speak with Rosie or I just about specific things before committing or making a decision, which is perfectly normal. A lot of the time, they want to do it. They just want to make sure that we can help them with their specific thing or something like that. And that's what we did. We planned this week to be like the week off. We've done the boot camp. We'll go and have fun. And yet, this is where we find ourselves. I have worked more this week, arguably, than last week. Little boat trip on Saturday. Because I've barely been outdoors for the past 2 weeks and I need some sun. You wouldn't be able to tell that I've been in Dubai for 2 weeks.
Calls all day. I calls for 6 hours. And I woke up, did calls, didn't have a break apart from one person who didn't show up. So now we're enjoying our evening at Wicket. It's when in Dubai, you work all day and you party all night.
More ready for this.
We've come a long, long way together, through the hard times and the good. I have to celebrate you, baby. I have to praise you like I should.
How was that sounding?
Dylan, it's been a bad evening.
You gotta start dialing.
I'm bad at cricket. I'm good at golf, as you'll see in scene 2. Oh! I'm better at this than at cricket. Let's go. Ready? Don't back up into me.
Okay, comfy.
Go. I don't know if it's team bonding. We're pretty bonded. Her and I are basically trauma bonded at this point. We bonded by doing pretty despicable things at university. Sammy's like my boy anyway. after sitting down all day, taking calls all day, and having a very good day as a whole in terms of the business, it's lovely to be able to celebrate it with the people that make it happen. There's still a part of me that wishes I was at home while all this is going on, but can't really moan. We're off to play pickle. Because you lot have never experienced the wonder of pickleball before, apart from George. George has before. So I'm taking the boys to play pickle, but the only time they play was 9 AM. I'm far too tired to play. I honestly love it so much. It makes me smile whenever I get out of it. Give me one good reason why I can't have one. Targy for summer, G-Waggy for winter. So the bootcamp period is basically done. This is the last day. It's 4 PM at homes. People have 5 hours. Some people will sign up tomorrow, which is just the way that it goes. We have had more people interested in becoming a build-up member than ever before. Over double the amount of people booked in a call, which blew us away. We were not really expecting that. We almost had as many people book in a call on day one as the whole 14 days last time put together. But I think that goes to testament now that people are slowly but surely starting to believe that anybody can be a developer. And that wasn't the case in May for a lot of people. More people believed that in September. And now actually for so many people, they're actually thinking, God, I can go out and do it. And I think that's testament to that. Over 50% of the people that applied, we said no to, but the people we've got in are brilliant. And these are the people that, like I said, we are pushing to do deals with. If they don't do deals, we don't make any money as a business. We think we've done a very good job getting the right people in. As a boot camp, as an event, it's definitely been the best and most successful one we've ever had. If people brand us as a course, it's very, very lazy. Because people that sell courses, they say, I've done this, I will teach you how to do it, you pay me for the education, and then you do it by yourself. That's a course. And that's how they make their money. Most course sellers make more money from selling courses than they do from doing the actual thing they're teaching people how to go out and do. We've basically built our model on the basis that that isn't good enough anymore. And there needs to be a partnership element whereby people going out and doing this by themselves would be very, very difficult. Hence why we say, we will work with you, we'll provide you the team, we'll provide you the funding, we'll take a lot of the risk, because it gives them an actual opportunity to go out and do it. And if we made our profit from selling build-up memberships, we wouldn't have cancelled 350 calls, and we could have taken on far, far, far more people than we already have. And we don't, because if they're not going to do a deal, we won't actually make any money from them. Hilariously, if you actually valued and put a price on the team's time, everything like that, we would lose money. It doesn't work. For us, it's just about getting the right people in so that we can be developers, do what we're best at, do what Rosie's best at. And ultimately, that's where we'll make our money as a business. It's in the deals. It's not in this. This bit is the funnel to get the right people, to get the deals, to then actually go out and make the money as a developer. We pay everyone the last day of the month. I now need to go and pay our very substantial team, which usually takes me about 2.5 to 3 hours. But they're the people that make this work. And we pay our team incredibly well because none of this would exist without them. It's worth it. And that's why I do it myself. Quick interlude to the vlog, but this weekend, 21st, 22nd of March, we are doing Build Up Live for the first time ever. 100 people per day at the Pelican in Canary Wharf in London to go through everything you need how to be a developer in 2026. Really small group of people, really intense day, learn everything that you need and walk out with the exact game plan to go out and get your first deal. You can buy a ticket, the link in the bio. It's just this Saturday, this Sunday. No recordings, not doing it again. It's live, it's one day. We'll see you at the Pelican. Back to the vlog.
We will have a look. Heat stress is mostly gone.
I like that.
And I like to lie in the sun on a boat. Ebbs and flows. Sometimes you've got to stay up to 2 a.m. do the boot camp. Sometimes you get to spend the day on a boat.
A very good time. I could be in Manchester right now, and I'm in Dubai with a slide, and sales have been good. So, and we've got Nico here as well. So,
That looks like you're gonna go on it and just jump and go boff. Slides are meant to be fun. I like slides. That's a scary slide.
I'm going!
I love water parks, but salty sea is not a bit of me. Hurts my eyes. And if I'm not provided any goggles, Aquatic Pete does not come out to play.
got me down there.
This is the life for me. She's a child. This is my life.
Not bad, eh?
What's the perfect cano for you? Slightly undercooked, so it's a bit hot. Slightly undercooked, just more doughy.
Soggy.
Not soggy, doughy. It's up there. I'd say salami is the perfect snack.
When Pete first told me about Build Up, I had no idea that it would turn into the beast that is ultimately going to turn into now. I had every faith that it was going to be successful, knowing Pete and knowing yourself. But yeah, very, very proud of you guys for what you've both built, and super grateful to be on the journey with you all.
A great way to end. With the boys, including Ross, in Dubai. 2 wild, wild, wild weeks. We learnt a lot. We did better than ever, and we were able to celebrate it with the people that made it happen. So you can't really ask for more than that.
Philosophy of Africa,